Namaste, myself Dr. K.K. Chaudhary, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University, Jaipur. And today we will discuss about the types of the educational planning. Earlier we have studied about what is the educational planning, its meaning, its nature, and now the types of the educational planning. The first type of the educational planning is administrative planning. Generally speaking, administrative planning refer to planning in administrative perspectives. In the field of education, administrative planning relates to distribution of responsibility and power for different level of education. In administrative educational planning, the administrative responsibilities and powers are phase-wise planned in relation to the level of different educational administrators. This planning of education makes a detailed plan on structure and organization of education at different levels: primary, secondary, higher secondary, higher general, technical, and the professional. This planning planning on the duration of an educational program, organization and coordination of educational programs, financial allocation or the budget for the program, engagement of educational official in the program, and smooth management of the program, etc. The second is academic or curricular planning. This type of educational planning refer to planning for smooth academic transaction of the syllabus for any course at any level of education. It encompasses planning on education in relation to need and demand of the individual and the society. Formulation of educational goals, formation of curriculum committee for the development of curriculum, and selection of appropriate strategy and method of teaching, planning of the content unit, planning for evaluation, planning for the review of the curriculum, planning for use of library, planning for special provision for the gifted and remedial instruction for slow learner, etc. Third is the co-curricular planning. This planning of education is necessary for bringing total development of a student in one point and total development of an educational institution, organization in another point. This planning include planning for student welfare services, planning for sports and the games, planning for social activities and programs, planning for cultural activity and programs, and planning for hobbies, etc. The fourth is the instructional planning. This sort of planning in education is macro level in nature, as it deals with planning in classroom situation in relation to a particular topic of a concerned subject. This planning refers to emotional and organizational climate of the classroom. It includes planning for specification or instructional objectives, selection and organization of learning activities, selection of appropriate means for presentation of the learning experience, mentoring of the learning or instructional progress, selection of suitable evaluation technique for learning outcome, etc. Fifth is the institutional planning. This type of educational planning gives a practical shape to the meaning of education planning. In this context, educational planning refers to the need and requirement of every institution to be achieved through creation and maintenance of a planning atmosphere in the institution. Although institutional planning include all type of planning cited above, by focusing on curricular and co-curricular planning, but there is a need of having a discussion on institutional planning. This situation occurs because of the two basic purposes, such as to give a practical meaning, shape and form to the educational planning and to start educational planning at the grassroots level. By institutional planning, we mean the plan initiated, formulated, and implemented by individual educational institution, certifying it as a planning at grassroots level. It includes all type of planning in its jurisdiction. These are the planning for administration, planning for academic or curricular development, planning for non-academic or co-curricular activities, planning for school community relation, planning for the discipline, planning for developmental activities or the program, planning for proper utilization of community resources for the total development of the institution. This is all about the types of the educational planning. Hope you understand the topic, and if you have any query, please mention in the comment box. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women University. Thank you very much.